So, hello students, this is Mrs. Jones again, talking today about conversions using the English or what's called the standard measurement system, and we will touch on metric system just a little bit. The method I'm going to show you today is maybe something different than what you've seen at a Sunday school and a science class, but I think that this method is easier. Anytime that you are going from a larger unit into a smaller unit, you're going to multiply by some conversion factor. So anytime it's going from a large to a smaller unit, we're going to multiply by some conversion factor. If we are converting from a smaller unit into a larger unit, we're going to divide. So small to large is a division problem. So the three examples that I'm going to go over are very easy, just to get you a sense of how to do this. In this first problem here, an inch is smaller than a foot, right? So this is, I put a little L and a little S there so that it helps me see I'm going from a small unit into a larger unit. So if I'm doing small into large, that means I'm going to divide. And I divide. And if you don't know the conversion factor for inches and feet, you look up to this table of conversion facts that I gave you. It's right there in the middle. 1 foot is 12 inches. So that means I'm going to divide by 12. 84 divided by 12 is going to tell me that 84 inches is the same as 7 feet. You can use your calculator to help you out with these multiplications and divisions because sometimes they're a little bit lengthy. So let's do another example. This is large feet into smaller inches. That means that I'm going to multiply because of my little rule over here. Large into small, I'm going to multiply. And the conversion factor is still the same for inches and feet. So I'm going to multiply by 12. 6 1/4 times 12. 6 1/4 times 12. Oops. Is 75 inches. Make sure you label everything so that it actually puts a frame of reference on what you're doing. The last example here is yards and feet. A yard, like a yardstick, is larger than a foot. So we're going large into small, which means that we're supposed to multiply by something. We multiply. And yards and feet, you might not know that one. There are 3 feet in a yard. So that means that I'm going to multiply by 3. So 9.6 times 3 is 28.8 feet. So 9.6 yards is the same as 28.8 feet. You can always give yourself kind of a little visual for that one. 9.6 yards is close to 10 yards. So if you think about 10 yards on a football field, 28 feet sounds about right for how long that would be or how big that would be. On the second page, there's some problems for you to try. These ones have some metric units in there as well, but because the United States is involved, inches, feet, yards, and miles, you still use the same method, but the conversion facts are different. Okay? These problems will give you decimals. It doesn't matter where you round your decimals as long as you round them correctly. Okay? And let's look at the third page here. The metric system. I like the metric system because they use the same system for length, volume, and weight. And all has to do with prefixes. So you have kilometer, hectometer, decameter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. My little saying It's a little bit morbid, but it helps you remember the order of the metric system, because the order is very important. If from elementary school you may have remembered something about King Henry died drinking chocolate milk. It's the same thing, and just a mnemonic to remember the metric system. So we're just going to do one example with you because it's very easy to do, I believe. You have centimeters into millimeters. So you find centi right here, and then we've got to move it to milli. That means that I'm moving the decimal point one place to the right. So this decimal point right here goes one place to the right, and it becomes 27 millimeters. I'm going to ask you guys to do the other two. So you're moving the decimal place to the right or to the left a certain number of spaces. Okay? All right, thank you very much for listening to this short video, and look forward to the next assignments in the coming weeks. All right, have a great day.